There are 5 prime areas in the Harada method. 1 is to set a goal. 2 is to have a very strong purpose for that goal. 3, to analyze yourself, your strengths and weaknesses. And 4 is to implement. So if you go to page 15, you will see this. On page, mine is 15, maybe yours 16. I have an older book. You might be page 16. Yeah, 16, you'll see these are the steps that we're going through it. And you have a little tab. These little tabs are based upon each section. And now we want to define our goal. We want to define our goal. Let's assume that you went through your 50 steps, your 50, what you felt good about yourself. Try the best that you can at this moment to think about, I'm going to do goal first because that's the way I have the book, but it really should be purpose first. But we'll go to purpose next. So I want you to think in terms, I want you to pick at this moment the best possible goal that you can for yourself, and then you're going to work on it tonight and this week to try to maybe refine the goal and make it deeper and more important to you. But I want you to pick a goal now, some goal now. And if you look at the next page, 17, I want you to start thinking about what are your strengths? Start listing your strengths. What are those qualities that you could use to attain a goal? My strengths now is I can write. When I was younger, I never could write, but now I can write. I don't write like an educated person. I can take the way I talk and put it into writing. That's what I do. As I said earlier in the course, we are not goal-oriented. I say to people, what goals do you have? And everybody says, literally everybody says, I have no goal. And if you have no goal, where are you going? So the Harada course is based upon you picking a very strong goal of what you want to do in your life to be successful. So I want you to, number 1, write down all of your strengths. All of your strengths. Write it down. What are you good at? Write it down. Because what I want you to do is then look at your strengths and how you're going to continue them. Then I want you to write down all of your weaknesses. Everything you feel that you're doing wrong and you're not capable of, write it down, because then we're going to overcome them. And then I also want to look at what is something you would like to be great at doing. What do you want to be great at? I want you to be great, not mediocre. I want you to be the best in the world at something. What would you like to accomplish in your life? If I had a big memorial for you and I wrote, on that memorial, what is it going to say? You think about that too. What do you spend most of your free time doing and thinking about? What do you think about when your mind drifts all the time? I want you to list some of the challenges you're facing at work. And which of these challenges would you most like to address? What challenges you? And how could you serve your company better? What would you enjoy doing in your company, serving the company at the same time? That's your homework. Thank you very much. Okay. Training is expensive, but developing skills is free. Once a person picks something to succeed at, they normally will do whatever is necessary to develop themselves. Once they get a very strong goal, do you have to push your children to go to athletics?
No.
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 Those two kids just picked it up?
Yeah, they were watching the Olympics, and the oldest one says, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, what make you think you're going to stick with it? Because 3 months prior to that, he had me bought a drum set. And I says, look at the drum set, you're not using it. And he says, Dad, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I said, okay, well, as long as you do it, I'll support you. And then that's the last thing I did. I put him, before I spend the money to put him in road gym, there's this little kiddies gym. And the lady says to me, you have your son in the wrong program.
Yeah.
Well, I made sure I took the time off from work to take him there and bring him home. I did not get my wife involved because he said it to me. And she says, you know what? I would love to take your money, but you should put him in this program.
He's 9 years old, and he's second in the entire state. He came in second with the 9-year-olds in gymnastics. And he doesn't have to push them. Once you get a goal, and it's solid inside you, you'll do whatever's necessary. And maybe you get a chance. Spend a few minutes with Fitzroy these 3 days he's here, and have him show you the video of his son going through the gymnastics. He's as good as the Olympics. And that child with that motivation, first of all, he'll make the Olympics. That's number one. Number two is he will get a scholarship at any college he wants in America. No college is going to deny that kind of talent. They all want that. And the trick is, you know, he has Fitzroy's blood in him, of course, but he's inspired. That's what you want to do as managers, Ron and Jim and George. You want to inspire people. You want to inspire people to identify with one thing that they could be competent and good at. Let them find it, and they'll do the miracle. The challenge for you, Fitzroy, and I don't know, I really don't know what is possible with your 300 employees. I don't know. But maybe there's a link, and maybe that's why you're here, that what you did with your children, you could do with all the employees. Olympic athletes or skilled craftspeople, we want people to be passionate about their work, themselves, and the company. All three, their work, themselves, and the company, and we can do it. I don't know, maybe you should have a bread baking contest once or twice a year in your company. Let people go home and make the best possible bread, then share it and taste it and see who can come up with the best possible bread. They do this in Japan. I told Fitzroy this story. At the Imperial Hotel, I go there because I love this hotel in Japan. Wonderful hotel. Expensive but wonderful. And they do such magic with me. I go there and I pay the cheapest possible room because I always look for a discount. They make the best pastry. Wonderful. So what I did, I bring these groups to just study the best of Japan, and I went to the Imperial and I said, let's meet the pastry chef. So they got the pastry chef to meet my group. And I said, what do you do to make the best pastry the best pastry? He says, number one, write this down. Come on, because you can all do this. I have a contest. I have a contest every month. I have a contest every month with my bakers. I have 28 bakers in the hotel, because we not only make the pastry for this restaurant, we do it for all the restaurants in the hotel. It's a very big hotel. So I have a contest every month. I have the workers competing with each other to make the best products.
This is Japan, right?
In Japan. You can do it anywhere.
I know, but in Japan it's not like against the culture, the collectivism culture.
Forget about
contest.
culture, forget about that. That's just an excuse that we have. Forget about it. There's no culture barriers. Believe me, none. When I had these workers come in Grenada to my plant, no culture. I didn't care about their past. I didn't care about their problems. You come here to be the best possible worker you can do. I did not allow them to have any excuse. I couldn't even Kram, I couldn't even understand them. They speak English in Grenada, but I couldn't understand them. The local language, I couldn't. He can understand them, but I can't understand them. It's funny. No cultural barriers. Forget about that. So he has a contest every month. He said, Norman, a year ago, they have a contest all of Japan on pastry. And I participated, and I won the contest. I was the #1 pastry chef in all of Japan. And they sent me to Paris, because Paris has an international conference in the world for the best pastry. He won the Paris conference. Imagine a Japanese beating a French and Belgium pastry chef. Unheard of. They're the best pastry people in the world. They make the best chocolates, they make the best pastry, and this guy in Japan wins #1 in the world. Now, funny part of this story is because the Japanese do this in everything. So they have a contest every year. Who is the best cleaning person? Who's the best cleaning person? There's a woman in Haneda Airport. Haneda Airport's the downtown airport in Tokyo. This is really funny. I have a contest for cleaning lady. So this cleaning lady, what does she do? She cleans the toilets. She goes into the bathroom and makes them spotless. She takes the metal and gets rid of all the rust. The toilet is perfect for the customer. And where's the busiest bathrooms in the world is an airport, right? She keeps them spotless. She was picked #1 in all of Japan as a cleaning lady. Now what happens? People go to Haneda Airport and they look for her because they want to get her signature. They want to get her signature because she's the #1 in Japan. They do this in everything. Japan has something called living masters. I wanted to do this in America. They have living masters. So they take maybe 50 different kinds of skills. 50 different kinds of skills. And who is the best, who makes the best teacup in all of Japan? Who makes the best salad bowls? Who makes, you know what I mean? Who makes the best chairs? There's so many wonderful things made by hand. And every one of those groups have these kind of contests, and now they have something called Living Masters. And if you look at the newspapers, very often they'll show you who is the living master in this particular discipline. And I went to a tea shop to buy a teacup, and they wanted $8,000 for the teacup. Not an antique, $8,000. Why? Because it's made by one of these living masters. If I was the way I was 10 years ago, I would have bought it because I used to have unlimited amount of money.